then it will reflect logical errors or logical, we can say that anomalies in your database. So these kinds of definitions to updating or to inserting data in a table or in a database model is known as schema. So according to this situation, or according to this, we can say that paradigms, we can define our schema architecture into three ways. Like that. This is the DBMS schema architecture. First one is external level schema, second one is conceptual level schema, and third one is internal level schema, right? And later is database. So we can say that this is the three layer architecture of schema, right? And what is the basic aim to describe this schema architecture? Basically, the main aim of this architecture is to describe that how database is stored in data, how data is processed by the users, how internal components works to process the request of users. We can explain in deeply internal level schema. Internal level schema, basically it describes that how data will store in the physical storage. In, we can say that in, suppose you have your computer system, your PC, so how, where data, all data is stored, all data is stored in the hard disk. So physical schema will take care that how data is storing in your hard disk, right? So you can say in your computer all data is stored in your hard disk in form of files, right? And files stored in a blocks. So internal level schema basically responsible to manage or to define the data model that will use to store the data at the storage device. Many techniques we use to store the data and internal level schema has different techniques like bit read, hashing, many more like heap also there. You will study in later parts what are the trees and hashing. So these are the few techniques to identify or to recognize that how data will be stored into the physical storage. Okay. Second one is conceptual view or logical view. Conceptual view basically is a logical level that's define the structures of whole database, that how database will be created and what are the paradigms of that database. As I explain RDBMS data, relational data, what is the key concept or what is the key model behind the relational data model? Anyone can tell me? What is the concept of RDBMS data to store data? How relational data store the data?
It's stored in the form of rows and columns, sir.
Yes, in the form of rows and columns. Next, how data is stored in NoSQL? In NoSQL, data is stored in form of documents also, in form of key value based also, in form of objects based also, right? So the main concept or main view of the conceptual level is that how data will be stored and what is the structures of database it will ensure, and according to that parameter, yeah, according to that situations, data should be stored. Because if data is not stored or data is not storing as per the schema definition, then there will be anomalies in the database. As I have given example in the tables, that if I have defined the schema of the tables, then it should maintain the data according to defined definitions. Otherwise, it will conflict the integrity of your database. Understand? Understand? Any query?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please let me know. Can proceed further? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Third one is the external level schema. Basically, external level schema, we can say that it is a user view, right? Because when you work with your computer system, so how you interact with your computer system? By using a interface that is known as applications program. So view schema, or we can say that external schema, basically give the way to user to interact with your database and to check out the view of your database after implementation of data like that. Suppose you have created your tables in RDBMS, then you can see the structure of table will be like that, right? So this is the view schema. So all three levels of DBMS schema define and perform their own responsibility as per the requirement. Understand? Any query about external schema?
So, sir, like external schema is like we are defining something like employee name.
No. It's not like that. It's basically we can say that provide the interface to user where user can view a view or
Okay.
can view the graphical representations of your database like that. You can see here I have created a table, right? So when I have performed this basically query to create, when I have used create query, then you can see after creation of query, your table structures has been defined. Okay,
Okay.
so this is the user view, and user will see in that view. Understand?
Yes, sir.
So this is the user view. Suppose you want to work in Excel. So how you will interact with your database? You will open your file. Firstly, you will go into your computer system. Then you will see your file and you will open your file. So the graphical user interface provided to you through the icon of the files. That is the user view. Same DBMS also provide the graphical view by using the third schema or by using the view schema. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, data models. Because data models is important because we are now working in the, we can say that multi-user environment. So if there is a single user, please mute yourself because I'm getting voice from your behind. Echo is data model. Basically, data model, we can say that are a set of rules that is used to design any database. Because when concurrent users or multi-users are working on same data model, then it is very important to define the rules and regulation, right? If there is no rules or regulation, then every user will perform or will store data as per his own needs. So that will be very challenging because data processing will be there. Then how you will process the data? So big challenge will be there that integrations of data and after integration processing of that data. Because why you are storing data? To use this data in future time. And if you are not able to use this historical data in future times, so what is the mean of storage of that data? So it is important to maintain the integrity and consistency of the data to across all the systems, whether number of sources are generated data, but they are storing data together in a single source. So it is very important. Like in a class, you can see in a school, in a class, there may be many students. Some students some students have very good knowledge in math. Some students are expert in Hindi. Some students are expert in English. But still, they for all have the same rules regulation. What all six subjects they will study, all six subjects they have to qualify, all of the students have to attend the class in between time period 9 to 4 or as per the standard time of class. All the students have to wear uniform. All the students have to follow the discipline. So as the common rules defined by the school, so that uniformity should be there. So that's the reason the data model is required to design a data, so that all the data should design or should create under the same characteristics. Okay. For that particular work, we have four kinds of data models that we use. First one is relational data model. Second one is semi-structured data model. Third one is entity relationship model. Entity relationship model basically is also known as ER model. And fourth one is object-based data model. First one, relational data model. Relational data model, I have already explained in earlier topic. I can give you a little bit view. Basically, relational data model store data in form of tables, and the tables are called relations. Basically, this model was launched in 1969 by Edgar F. Codd, right? And relational data model use the strategy to store data in form of table like that. You can see like that. This is the table. You can see this. This is the table, and in this table, these are table name, and these are the attributes of table. Already I have explained. Just reminding you again. And these are the tables row. How many rows in this table? Can anyone tell me how many rows in this table?
4 rows, sir.
4 rows. And how many columns in this table?
4.
4. So I can say that this table have 4 attributes. How many attributes? 4 attributes, because columns in table is known as attributes. So these are the attributes of the tables. And how many tuples in this table? How many tuples?
4.
4, because tuples is the row of the table. So this table have 4 rows. So that we can say that attribute of this table is 4, and tuples or record in these tables are 4. Make sure tuples is the whole row of the table, not of the individual entity or cell. Okay, sometimes some students confuse that only this area is tuples. No, tuples means all the a row in the particular table is a tuples, or we can say that is a record. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So relation database is clear. Second one is entity relationship model. Entity relationship model is a type of model basically used to represent entity by through a relationship, right? This model was basically published by the Peter Chen in 1976, and this model was used basically in UML languages to represent the flow of events in real time. Next one is object-based data model. Object-based data model, I also explained this model. Basically, they treat data in form of objects, and every object use the paradigms of object-oriented programming. Like you can see a little view about the object base. This is the object types, right? You can see we have an object here, maintenance object, and these are the details or instance of that object, right?
Right, sir.
Any doubt? If anyone has doubt, then I can explain by different example. Okay. Next one is semi-structured data model. Basically, semi-structured data model is a type of data model basically we use in web languages like XML. You can see XML can work with HTML, with JavaScript, with VB script also. So basically, this XML language is used by different language as a supportive language, and with this set of attributes. When you access any web application, so 95% of web pages comes in form of XML. So this is the semi-structured data model, basically launched for the web applications or enterprise applications. Understand? Semi-structured model.
Yes, sir.
Now DBMS language, because it's very important. We have studied about the data. After that, we have studied database. Now DBMS language, because until you have not a language, how you will interact with your database, right? Because if you want to study or if you want to do any course, then you should know the basic of that particular course or basic of your academic. So DBMS also have their language. It's provide the facility to create, insert, delete, update or modifications any requirement as per the user. Basically there are four kinds of language, that is known as DDL, means data definition language, DML, data manipulation language, DCL, data control language, and TCL, transaction control language. DCL have five basic work that DDL language has to perform: create, alter, drop, truncate, and rename. While data manipulation language also select, insert, update, delete, merge cell, and data control language commit, rollback, transaction, save point, and last one is transaction control, grant and revoke. So these are the four kinds of language that provided by the DBMS. How they work, that I am just explaining you. Next slide. First one, DDL. DDL means data definition language. Suppose you want to create any data, then you will use the DDL component, right? Or here you will use create query. Create means to create any data or to create any table, we will use create command. Alter, what is the meaning of alter? Basically, alter command is used to change the name of field or to change the name of tables. Suppose wrongly you have entered name of your table. So by using alter command, you can change your name. Rename also can be used, but rename and alter have some significant difference. We will see it later when we will go at the practical part. Drop also command that we will use to drop the tables from the database. Data manipulation command, data manipulation language, DML. Basically DML also manipulation language, and it's have the responsibility to insert data, to delete data, to update data, or to search data, or integrate the data that's come from various sources. Or suppose we have 5 tables on different location, then we can merge all tables in a single table, right? DCL, data control language. Data control language basically used to lock the data or to revoke the data. Suppose sometimes you have seen when you try to access that your bank detail. So bank, what happened? What will bank do? Bank lock the data so that you cannot make any change. Then this kinds of mechanism that is used for the grant. That means if you want to make any change, then you have to make the request from the bank. Bank will give you the permission to make the change in your database, and this permission will be given through the grant permission. Revoke, by using revoke basically is also a data control language command, which may be used to revoke the circumstances or to revoke the facilities that is user can use. Sometimes what happens, suppose you have a database and only you can perform read operation, but you want to perform write operation also. So what happened? Until administrator will not give you the permission of write, you cannot make any change in this data. So you have to make request to administrator. Administrator will give you the permission, then you would able to make change in that database. Next one is the transaction control language. Basically transaction control language are the language that is very exciting and very useful in real time. All the financial transactions, all the financial things or the automatic operations basically depend on the transaction control language. Right? When you perform online banking, then there is a transactions. Why transaction is there? Because in limited time you have to complete your operation. If operation is not completed, then it will not reflect to your bank account. How? Suppose suppose you are the user, right? That is your that is your account, right? So what you have request? You have request debit of 500 rupees. That means you want to withdraw 500 rupees from your account. Understand? What happened when you start your transaction? Transaction has been started, and at some after stage, transaction did not executed successfully, and transaction failed. So what is the meaning of that? Whether it will reflect into your account or not? It should be reflect into your account or not?
Yes, sir.
Why? Because transaction is failed. Why it should be reflect? It should not be reflect because amount to deduct from your account, but you did not receive. So what should be happen? Transaction failed. It should roll back to its original states. Understand? It should roll back to original state. How? Status is, if transaction status is failed, then what will be the process? Roll back. Why roll back? Because money debit from your account, but you did not receive. So who is responsible here? Due to some technical circumstances may be happen. So rollback activity will be applied here, and you will get your original amount before deduction or before start the operation from your account. Like that, you can see that is your account. From your account, you request a debit request of 500 rupees, right? 500 rupees debit request arise uh, to your account. But if transaction is failed, operation is failed, then what it reflect? If
Roll back.
transaction is failed, it should go revert. That means it should go on the original state as the earlier amount in your account. Or it was started from 1000, so debit 500 rupees debit from your account, but transaction failed, so it will roll back. Suppose operation is successful, that means payment has been received by you. So now what will happen? Data should be committed now, right? So if it is success, then it means operation is completed. If operation is completed, then what will be the effect of that operation on your database? Your database should be updated. And now, what will be the amount in your account?
500.
500. Understand? So
Yes.
this is the commit and rollback process. Everyone understand, or is still explanation required? Why? Because initially in your account there were uh, 1000 rupees. You have make a debit request of 500 rupees. Operation was failed. So what will happen? 1000 rupees should be in your account, right? Because what was the initial balance in your account? It was 1000, na? So when 500 will be deduct from your account, what will be the remaining final balance? 500 rupees. Okay. So if operation is not successfully, then it should be 1000. So there is no meaning of 1500, right? So okay. Now ER model, you can see entity relationship diagram already explained. In a class, student may have its various attributes like student name, student ID, the age, address. So if there are 50 students, so name of their will be different, address of students will be different, age of the student will be different, and ID of the student will be different. And how we can arrange this data in form of table like that, right? This is the ID, this is name, right? This is age, and this is address. So this is the basically representation of your data. Every student will come in a row. Suppose ID 2, name of student is A, age is 20 years, and address from Delhi, right? Suppose ID equal to 4, name of student B, age 18 years, and from Mumbai. Understand? So the representation of table in form of relationship, in form of entity is called entity relationship diagram. Now RDBMS already I have explained, but it's again in data model. So RDBMS stands for relationship data management. Basically, it's have various tools that we can use to create the RDBMS data. Terminology of RDBMS to store data. Basically, it is stored data in form of tables, and this is the basic terminology of tables. You can see every table should consist of key that is known as primary key, so that you can identify your rows uniquely. These are the fields, or we can say that attributes of your tables, already explained. These are also known as columns, these are also known as fields, and these are also known as attributes. So for this table we can say that we have 4 attributes, or 4 columns, or 4 fields. Every rows in the columns is known as tuples or record. Cardinality, these two terms comes new in this concept. Cardinality, number of rows in a table is the cardinality of a table. Understand? If there are 4 rows, E1, E2, E3, E4, that means 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the cardinality of a table, and cardinality of a table are 4. Degree of a table, number of columns available in the table are known as degree of a table. So these are some technical terms that you should have idea that what is the meaning of cardinality. But that is not a very critical part, but you should have the idea that if we are talking about the cardinality, then it means we are talking about the rows. If we are talking about the degree, that means we are talking about the number of columns. Understand? Any doubt? Each entry, basically each entry of the cell is known as data value. You can see entry of the cell, because this is the cell. We can say that this is the cell, this is the cell, and whole table, whole rows in that particular table is known as tuples or records. So cells is the smallest unit to store data. Understand? This is the cell, we can say. This is the cell. Okay? These terms have been used in this table, already explained. Table or relation. Basically, a table also known as relation. Row or record, or basically tuples or a record is also known as row. Columns or attributes. A column basically vertical entity in table that contains the specific field in a table. Data item, basically data values stored in the cells. Degree, number of columns in the tables. Cardinality, number, basically cardinality, number of tuples in a relation is known as cardinality, right? And if any table has 0 rows, then it is known as empty table. Empty table, that means that cardinality of that table will be 0. It is very important question, and many times this question has been asked, that what is the meaning of empty table? So empty table, that means there is no row in that table. Only header exists, like that. Only this header will be exists. So that is known as empty table, because header we have defined, but we did not insert any data in that table. So that is known as empty table. Okay. Domain we can define possible values each attributes can contain. Like that, here I have mentioned employee ID, so it will contain the some specific number. Employee name, it will carry the name. Post, it will carry their designation. Salary, it will carry the income of the candidate. So every header will define their domains and what kinds of data they are going to store. Understand?
Yes.
DBMS with RDBMS, there are few difference between DBMS and RDBMS. Basically, DBMS store data in a file, while RDBMS store data in form of, in which form? In which form?
Tabular form.
Tabular form. That means table form, right? DBMS basically generally store data in form of hierarchical form or navigational form, while RDBMS use primary key to store data in a table. Because in table, how you will identify your your row by using the primary key. In DBMS, normalization is not present. Why? Because DBMS only store data, and he did not make any constraint to design the database, while in RDBMS it used the normalization process. DBMS does not have any concern security regards the data manipulation. Any user can make any change in the database, while RDBMS has the integrity constraint by using the ACID property. ACID means atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. These all 4 property will be explained in later slide. DBMS use a file system to store the data, while RDBMS use the table form. Already I have explained both. DBMS will use file system and RDBMS will use table form. DBMS provide uniform method to store data, while RDBMS provide the tabular structure and a relationship to access the data. DBMS does not support distributed database, while RDBMS support distributed database. That means DBMS will always work on the centralized data, while in under RDBMS we can store data many systems and can process and integrate data on a single system. DBMS is useful for the small organization, right? Suppose a small organization, any college or any university can be useful. But when you have data of large amount of data, many companies are there, then you need to use a traditional RDBMS. Example of DBMS are basically like file system XML, and example of RDBMS MySQL, SQL Server, Oracle. So these are the basic difference between the DBMS and RDBMS. Now, what is data warehouse? Can anyone tell me the basic idea? Data warehouse. What is data warehouse? Any basic idea? Okay, what is what?
Sir,
Yeah.
warehouse is like the combination of many type of storage. It's like a major storage in which we store things.
Okay.
Like in real world, we also have warehouse for
Okay.
storage.
Okay. So
Okay.
basically, warehouse we can be defined in general terms. Like you can see, every company have their warehouse, and in warehouse, what he do? He basically conjure all the product in his warehouse, and as per requirement, he arrange the product in a warehouse. And when he need to use the any product to sell any product, then he will access from his data warehouse. Same thing happen with data also, because in every time, every moment, data is generated in highly exponentially manner. So when data has been stored, so it's very important for the future use also, right? Suppose a bank is storing his data. A bank is storing his data. So what's the purpose of bank to store the data? Can anyone tell me why bank is taking pen to store the data? Why? Because I have account, I have make a transaction from account, and I have withdraw all the money from account. So what? Why bank is taking so pen? Because to perform the analysis, right? Up now, how analysis is critical? Suppose bank 5% have taken the loan from the bank. 4% have paid the loan on time. 1% is still remaining and he did not pay the loan. 5 years is completed. After 5 years, bank want to check how many numbers of person are still remaining who did not pay the loan. So what company will do? Company basically will make a analysis that how many numbers are there, how many person are there who are defaulter and who did not pay a single EMI on time, or how many amounts remaining. So basically the main purpose of the data warehouse is that to make the database management, and basically to fetch the historical data from the storage to perform the analytics, right? Analytics means analytics, basically the analysis of any fact. Suppose you want to make analysis in yourself. So what you will do? Suppose a person want to a person is sitting and he is checking, he is seeing that how many numbers of years I have job, but still I did not able to purchase my house. So what he will make analysis? Firstly, he will see what was the growth ratio, what was the earning structures, what was the expenses in real time, and how he is managing his daily routine task. So all these things will come under the data warehouse. Okay. So basically key features of data warehouse are subject oriented. Every time data warehouse is created on by using some subject, that means to the specific task related. Time variant, that means a timeline will be there. Integrated, there is no possibility that if you have stored data of 1st August, then data of 2 August will be stored separately. No, all data will be integrated together, and at the end, this data will be called for the month, like that. Suppose 1st August data, 2nd August data, 3rd August data, and 4th August data. So now all data will be integrated together, and when you perform the analysis, you will use all 4 days data. Understand? And non-volatile. Non-volatile, that means data will be stored permanently. There is no sense that you have stored your data in data warehouse and data is deleted from the data warehouse after 2 weeks. Until you will not make, or until you will not perform any operation of the deletion, or you will not delete the data, data will always remain in your data warehouse, like that. You can say subject oriented. Basically subject oriented, that means a target will be there, and what is the purpose and what want to do, and on the basis of analysis you will make a decision, like that. You can see order operational application. There are some operational application like order processing, consumer loans, consumer billings, account receivable, claims processing, saving account. So these are all subject oriented database. Understand what the meaning of these subject oriented?
Yes, sir.
Next one is integrated. What is the meaning of integration? Can anyone tell me please? Integration. Integration, that means, because you know in today time data has been generated through various sources. So some people are using RDBMS data, some people are using flat files, and some people are using non-structured data. When all operations has been performed, so data integration will be performed. Why? To integrate all various sources data into single sources. That is known as integration, right? Because basic the convention is that you have to store data in a single source or in a common area, right? Might be possible. Suppose loan account have different kinds of data. Accounts, checking accounts have different kind of data, and saving account have RDBMS data. So what will happen? All data has been stored in this data warehouse. So that is known as integration, because all three kinds of data is integrated over there. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Any question by anyone, please? Now, time variant. Time variant means historical information. Historical means, what is the meaning of historical? Because every user want to store his data so that he can use in future also. Suppose you have your Gmail account. So what is the meaning of your Gmail account? That means you can access your 5 years email also. If you have start your account in 2010, then all emails, if you did not delete from your account, then all emails you can check, you can access. So that is the time variant. That means it's always defined by the administrator or by the organization that which time period data has to be carried or has to be stored in the data warehouse. Suppose organization has decided that 5 years data will be stored in the data warehouse. That is known as time variant. Understand? User can retrieve 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, or more old data from the warehouse. It depends on the criticality of data, because bank never deletes his data, right? Any organizational institute can erase his data after 5 years, because as course is completed, so some data may be not relevant, can be erased. Income tax department never erase his data. Why? Because this data is critical, can be used later at any time. So criticality of data will depend, and time historical data will be kept in according to their timeline. Next one is non-volatile. Non-volatile means once data entered, it should not erase or change automatically unless user did not make any request for deletion or for modification. Because what happened, suppose today you have create your resume and you upload into Gmail account, then that resume will be remain same whether you open it after 2 years, 3 months, 5 years. So that is the meaning of non-volatility. And in data warehouse, it is the main characteristic that data should not be deleted automatically. If you have defined like in CCTV cameras, there is a good example of CCTV cameras. Some people what they do, after 30 days recordings of the cameras automatically delete, because they have set the timeline. Some organization what they do, they did not apply this timeline features. They carry their recordings and take a backup, that means permanently. So it's depend on the criticality and complexity of data, which kinds of data and what kinds of use in future maybe of that data. Need of data warehouse. Basically, there are number of needs. Few of them I have pick over there. Business user, because you know in today time data is very important fact, and every business runs on the data. So data is the co-component. We can say that for any organization. So business users, when they are communicating, then when they are work in the market. So data warehouse is very important because every user, every business person is not a technical. Some person may be non-technical. So to understand or to take the decisions about their daily routines, about the business, they require the data warehouse. Store historical data. Why? Because historical data, it is important to store because you can check out, you can make analytics on your company business, on your sales, that how many product I have sold in last 5 years. Suppose in last 5 years your company growth is down, so you can compare year by year that in which year I have sold this product, in which year I have sold number of that product, and now my sale is down. So you can make analysis that what is the reason sales has been down, whether rate of product is high in the market, whether functionality of the product is not good, whether support from the company is not good, or whether availability of the product is not good, or maybe possible maintenance of the product is not good. So all the terms can be find out after analytics, but it should be performed on the historical data. A strategic decision. Every day you can see Amazon Web Prime or any product that you see on the social media or various platforms. You see that they provide you the basic product as per your interest. Suppose today you are looking for the electronic gadget, so you will see next day you will see your recent search related product into your search. So what is this? That means analytics has been performed on your recent activity, and on that recent activity, target audience based marketing will be performed over there, right? So decision will be made, strategy will be made as per the recent activity, and it is very clear. Suppose one person is very more interested to eat the non-veg, so in his activity all the best non-veg foods will be represented to him in his social accounts or in promotional activities, right? For data consistency and quality, it's very important because until you will not define your database or data warehouse, you would not be able to make the consistency and quality, because every user can create a data in his own mind, so it's not up to standard. So to maintain the uniformity and completeness of data, you require data warehouse and high response time, because if you have all data in your single place, then it is very easy to search. Suppose you have 50 PC in your company, and all of PC have different data, and you don't have idea that in which PC I have make this file. So what you have to do? You have to perform the sequential searching, right? That means on every PC you have to go and you have to search about the file. It maybe take long time. So to get the quick response time and flexibility about your database, you require data warehouse also. Data lake. Next concept is data lake. Basically, data warehouse and data lake are little, we can say that little significant difference in that. Basically, data lake is important in today time because you know in today time, three kinds of data has been generated in real time: structured data, unstructured data, and semi-structured data. When we can say the data type is same, like structured data is generated, so there is no problem. Semi-structured data now started to generate. Now two types of data you have to store in a single storage. Now unstructured data has been implemented. So it's a very big task that how to store all different kinds of data in a single place. So data lake is providing you the facility to store all kinds of data in their actual form, right? And it's never enforced to you to size of data or limitations of data files. Like you can see when you send an email by through Gmail, you can attach 24 MB size of data. I'm right or wrong? When you are sending any email to any person, then what is the maximum size of file you can attach to your Gmail? Can anyone tell me, please? What the maximum size that you can attach with your account?
20 MB.
No, 24 MB. You can make try today.
So yeah, 25, I think. No?
Yeah, 24.22 MB. That is the maximum limit that you can attach. So this is the limitation. If you have a size more than 25 MB, then what you have to do? You need to upload this data into your drive, and you need to share the link of your drive. So data lake is the concept that resolve the features of data limits, fixed limits, and now you can perform, you can store, and you can perform in analytics on all kinds of data in a single storage. You can see that this is the structured data, unstructured data, and any data generated through the machine. All data will be stored into the common area, single area. That is known as data lake, right?
Right, sir.
Clear? Concept is clear or not? Anyone, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay. Key data lake concept. There are some concept that data lake use. First one is the data storage. That means data storage. Data lake have its own data storage that will be useful in a real time. Like that, data injection. Data injection, that means when data are coming various sources, right? Whether it's structured data, semi-structured data, or unstructured data, it will support, it will store in real form. It will also support real-time data also, as batch data also, and one-time load data also, right? Many sources of data may be databases, web server, email, IoT, and FTP servers also. So any kinds of operations performed through any data sources will be stored into the data lake, and there is no conditions that you have to use a specific tool. So that is the main advantage of data lake. Data storage, it is scalable. That means as per your requirement, you can increase the size of your storage. Like that, in your mobile, what happen if you have 16 GB storage structure of your mobile, but it is not sufficient to your mobile. So what you can do? You can use the external 32 GB chip, 64 GB chip. So it's depend on the user, and that is known as the scalability. Governance. Data governance, that is process of managing availability, usability, security, and integrity of data used in organization. Until you have no any governance body, that means controlling body. So there is no way of discipline, right? You can see in every college there is a principle to manage the all resources, all the things, and to maintain the discipline. So that is the governance, and make through the principle. Same data governance is important in warehouse environment. Next one is security. Security of physical storage to stop the unauthorized user. Sometimes what happens when your data is stored, some spammer maybe try to damage your physical storage, or maybe try to access your data. So security is required so that any unauthorized or invalid user cannot access your data. Data quality also the important part, because if your data is not qualitative, so analysis will be wrong, and if analysis will be wrong, how you will generate your business. Data discovery also an important part, because discovery means to search the data from data warehouse. When data is generated on daily basis, suppose 2 years data is there, and you require a data of 2010, then what happened? You have to make a discovery. So discovery will be performed according to the data analysis, and according to the tagging technique, that is known as tagging technique. Tagging technique, that means how you will express and how you will perform the discovery on the data. That is known as data discovery. Data auditing, you can understand in simple word or simple terms. Audit, every organization make their audit every month, every week, every day. So data audit also required to check important data elements, or to check when or who and how data has been used by whom, who have made the change. That is under auditing. Data lineage. basically the data lineages work or deal with origins, means when data has been moved or data is used to transfer from one destination to another destination, then what is the basically happens with that data. If any errors happens, then what is the reason, what was the purpose of transferring that data, whether this data has been used for the organization purpose or for his personal purpose, right? Sometimes what happens, you can see that data of any company has been leaked or has been stolen. So these kinds of activity has been checked through the data lineage and data exploration. Data exploration basically the stage of a data analysis, and it's used to check out the to check out or identify right data set to make the basic data analysis about your business to make the decision. Data mining. What is data mining? Data mining. Any idea? Mining. Have you heard about the mining?
Yes, sir.
What is the meaning of mining?
So
That is
extraction.
something else.
Extractions. That means extractions of data from large data set to make predictions, to make the analysis, or to get the actual analysis of your business. That is known as data mining. Because data mining is not just to search the data. Data mining is also a important aspects about the business. As I have explained that if a company want to check about their progress of 5 years, how he will check progress? How he will check his progress in last 5 years?
So through analysis.
By analyzing the
By
data.
analyzing the data. Analyzing, that means first he will check his product, rate in market, users, number of users in the market, revenue generated through that product, grievances of the product. So every factor will be considered, and according to that, decision will be made by the company. You can see this help to make the better decision. Okay, and data mining also known as knowledge discovery in data, because until unless you have no idea about that what you want to perform, what you are going to fetch from that data, so how it is possible? So that is also known as KDD, that means knowledge discovery in data. Benefit of data mining is help company to gather reliable information, because uh, until you will not analyze your data, how you will able to make the decision, right? It's a cost effective solution. Why? Because it's easiest solution to find out the analysis of your business according to the real time scenario. It's made profitable production and operational adjustment. Why? Because everything is in front of you. Suppose you have checked your last month record, and you have seen that 30% of employees are absent from their duties, 40% of employees are coming late, 10% are person are not working his work on time. So what it will do? It will make you operational adjustment. That means it will give you the real pictures of your employment and their daily routine working. It also helps to detect credit risk and fraud. That means many times you have seen number of scammers sent to you that you have got the lottery. Kindly click on that link and submit the detail. Or any fraud happen with your in net banking, or with your Facebook account, with your Gmail account. So through data mining, you can track the activity, and what kinds of activity, what was the use, who was the user, what type of use that account has been used. So all the activity you can fetch through that. Next one is, it helps data scientists easily to analyze enormous amount of data quickly, because where data you have in a larger set, so it's very difficult to check out and to analyze data in general terms. So data mining also give you a better analysis to make on the large database. And data scientists can use it to, I have already explained, detect for risk models or improve product safety, right? You can see this is the general examples in real time, how it's work. These are the various data source. You can see Twitter, right? Facebook, Excel, sorry, YouTube, some are creating data through Excel, Gmail, Google Drive, right? Amazon Web, all are creating their data and they are connected through the service web servers, and all data warehouse is there. This is the data warehouse, and from that data warehouse you can see all the statistics has been generated over there, and you are getting that how many pupils are there, what is the general sense of that data. Everyone is getting the prediction. So this is the basic analysis after getting that data from data warehouse. Are you getting my point or not?
Yes, sir.
It's
Sure.
clear. It's clear that what is the role of basically data mining in real time.
Yes, sir.
Now data science. Data science. Basically, science you can say is always a technical term that refers to the logical or systematical arrangement that is used to solve any problem. So, data science also a field that use scientific method algorithms to extract and exploit knowledge from noisy and unstructured data. Because data science, when introduced, when data science introduced, data science is introduced because when we have a large amount of data and data is in form of different form. It's in structured form, unstructured form, semi-structured form. So how we will analyze this data like that? You can see this is table form, this is audio video form, this have semi-structured Twitter, these have different form of data. All data has been stored at that place. So to analyze or to find out the statistics and data analysis, we require data science. Basically, the applications of data science in real time is fraud risk detection in healthcare, to check out or to make the predictions in real time. Internet search, I have already given example to you. Sometimes when suppose you would like to see the 90s movie, then you have entered in your YouTube 90s movie. So next time when you will open YouTube, you will see all 90s movie related 90s movies will be recommended to you. So that is known as target advertisement. Target advertisement, website recommendation, advanced image recognition, speech recognition, airline route planning, and gaming. So data science is useful in today time. Route planning, you can say GPS also an example. In real time, you use GPS. Suppose you have to travel to any place and you don't know the route of that place. So by using GPS, you can travel. So all these are the inventions, or these are the applications of data science in real time. Artificial intelligence. What is AI? Can anyone tell me what is AI? Any idea? AI?
Sir, the ability of machines to make decisions on its own through
Yes.
analysis.
Yes. Basically, a machine that can take decisions as per human beings through their analysis is known as artificial intelligence. In today time, basically there are few kinds of machine. Reactive machine who can take decision on his behalf, like that you can see metro card, metro card system. When you have balance in your card, you can enter into in metro. If you have no balance in your card, it will deny to you, right? So these are robotic system. So these all are the applications of artificial intelligence. You can see data security, finance, gaming. Into the time, you can see you play game in computer, in mobile. So it's always give you a one end device side. That means one end will be controlled by the device itself, and one end will be controlled by the users. That means user will play game, user player will be there, and one player will be play on the behalf of machine, right? Astronomy, you will see predictions in healthcare. All the checkups, health checkups, laboratories are working on the basis of AI. Suppose you have make a checkup your body, you are feeling you are not feeling good, and you go to the medical hospital. So what they will do, they will make the health checkup and will produce the report as per their artificial intelligence algorithms. In transportation, agriculture, education, automatic robots has been used to teach the students, to give the trainings. In entertainment, in e-commerce, you can see assistance is there, online assistant. When you log into your portal, a window opens, hi, I can assist you, right? So these all are the application of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is not a limited, it's a very vast and very big area. I'm just explaining you in little bit that you should have the concept, and you should have idea about the artificial intelligence. Now, machine learning. What is the meaning of machine learning? Machine learning basically is a technology that give the capability to a machine to learn or to make decision on the basis of past activity. Right? Suppose you have traveled from one destination to another destination, and you have used GPS. When you will travel next time, then you can see on your mobile, you will get a notification that earlier time you have traveled that route, but right now you can travel that route also, because this route is not useful, and this route have congestion. So this kinds of decision making of a machine is known as machine learning. Okay, in real time we use in number of applications, like that: image recognition, speech recognition, email filtering, Facebook auto tagging, and recommender system. So these are the few examples and real time use of machine learning. Like you can see some cars who have driverless cars, driverless metro. In Delhi, we have driverless metro. Machine is taking decision on his own, and when he have to stop, when we have to run, when we have to wait. So all things has been controlled by a software or through the algorithm. So this kinds of controlling of machine is known as machine learning. Deep learning, basically deep learning is also a subset of machine learning. It's a field that provide the capability to machines to examine yourself. Basically, it take decision on the basis of neural network like a human, and because human has the capability to think and to take the decision. So deep learning also trying to make such kinds of machines that can work and think like a human being. So deep learning has the basic fact artificial neural network, and neural network basically work on the basis of some algorithms, right? Say these are the examples of self-driving cars that I have given already. Because driver, self-driving car, that means there will be no physical driver present, but car will be drive. So how it will be drive, how car will wait, how when traffic light will come, how car will be stopped, how he will recognize that he has to give the pass to ambulance. So all the things that we are trying to implement under deep learning. Deep learning also impactful in real time medical, in medical domain also, to detect the cancer, or to detect the other disease, like we can say that brain tumors, like we can say that cardio attacks or symptoms of the disease. So these all are the outcomes of deep learning, right? It also is useful in real time in language translation, speech recognition, and image classifications also. So this was all about the basic sessions about the database and database management system, data warehouse, architecture of architecture of DBMS. After that, AI. After that, how data models we are using, how artificial intelligence is important in real time, how deep learning is used by the real time users, how they are important in upcoming times. So this was all about the sessions that I have taken. So any query by anyone? Any query by anyone on any topic, please? Data. Okay. Okay. Simply, data warehouse is used to store the data, right? Because data warehouse we need to store data, right? While data warehouse can store, data warehouse cannot store highly structured data, right? While data warehouse only store the traditional data like RDBMS data, like unstructured, it will store single form of data, whether it will be structured data, whether it will all unstructured data, or whether it will be all unstructured data. While data lake can store all three type of data in a single unit. So that is the main difference between data warehouse and data lake, right? Any question by anyone? Any query, please? Anyone, please? Any query? So please do one thing. Put your attendance in chat box. Please put your attendance in chat box.
Sir, will we have access to the PDF?
The PPT that we have presented here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely we will share to you. Don't worry about it. We will share with you. I think and today evening or might be tomorrow. We will share through the link, drive link, right?
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Please
can you
put,
tell, sir?
yeah, please.
Can you tell about the next class topic so that we can check out before the session has begun?
Yeah, from tomorrow, I think session we will have the core session as per your LMS, as per your course, right? So just give me little bit time. I will share the schedule of your session, right?
All right, sir.
Via email we will share you. If you have any doubt, any concern, you can ask me still, not an issue, and you can also email me if still you feeling that some concept is not clear or you need some help, right? Please mark your attendance because I did not receive still complete attendance. all of you have marked your attendance?
Yes, sir. Mark.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just I'm checking. Give me 2 minutes. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Tomorrow we will meet on same time. We will share you the course and schedule of tomorrow and about the session. Okay. So thank you very much to join this session.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.